Hi, everybody. My name is John Griffin, and I have been a member of NELA for 25 years because of a cold call I got in the 1990s from a lawyer I didn't know by the name of Kathy Butler. And before I tell you, share with you what she's done for NELA and workers, I want to share some stories with you. And in Texas, we never let the truth get in the way of a good story, but with Kathy's stories, the truth needs no embellishing whatsoever. After my first and only employment case was affirmed by the Texas Supreme Court in the 1990s, I got that call from Ms. Butler. I took the call, and she explained to me that I ought to join an organization called the Texas Employment Lawyers. And I said to her, but that's an organization that would not write an amicus brief for me at the Texas Supreme Court. And as you can know from Kathy, she's not easily dissuaded. She said, but you're such a good lawyer, and we're such a small organization. If we had more lawyers just like you, we'd be able to help people in a bind just like what you were. I said, but Ms. Butler, I'm not an employment lawyer. She said, you will be when you hang out with us. She explained that she would lead a seminar every year to Mexico on employment law. And she said this year it's going to be in the Yucatan. And she had set the hook. She had set the hook in the fish. I was hooked for life, and it was one of those fortuitous occasions that means so much in the lives that we have. In terms of her work, she's represented all kinds of people, protected people who've been involved in terrible, terrible things. And I remember one of her cases that I first heard about. She represented the first woman to be a motorcycle cop for the City of Houston Police Department. It is a hard case. She knew from the start it was going to have to be tried, but only after a bunch of skirmishes with the City of Houston over mental examinations, summary judgment, experts, you name it. She won the case, got a real big verdict, which was great, went to the Fifth Circuit, and then something happened that I've seen only once in my entire almost 40 years of practicing law. After she argued the case at the Fifth Circuit, she and her law partner, Margie, had to wait. How long did they have to wait? 6 days. And here I read to you, I don't get to read opinions aloud very much. Here I get to read the opinion from the Fifth Circuit, the panel on the case. Per curiam. This case was tried to a jury. Finding no error, we affirm. That was it. OMG. A jury verdict affirmed in 6 days with 12 words. Later, she represented a television video editor who had been discriminated against because of a disability. The district judge tossed the case out, went to the Fifth Circuit. Fifth Circuit reversed, citing Reeves versus Sanderson Plumbing Products. And then she did something else that was trailblazing to me, at least. On remand, before the case got tried, she persuaded KHOU Television to rehire this person and pay him some good money all at the same time. Doesn't happen every day, but it did then. At that time, I knew nothing could be more fun than to be in the trenches and try cases with Kathy Butler. So I became fortunate enough to be able to try some cases with her that meant a lot to a lot of people. The FBI had a blanket ban on anyone who used insulin injections to be a special agent. Kathy agreed to try that case with me. We tried that case in Washington, D.C., won a verdict affirmed by the D.C. Circuit with now Attorney Garland on the panel. Now men and women with diabetes serve as special agents in our country. We had a second opportunity that Kathy had when we had a young man who had his hand blown off by a wartime injury by a grenade in training, and he'd made it about halfway through Quantico when the FBI kicked him out because they said people with prosthetic hands cannot serve. It's just impossible. Well, we brought suit. The case was tried. Kathy did something else that was unprecedented, at least to me. She got a witness in the case to admit that a senior official had attempted to suborn perjury and tell this witness, if you knew what was good for you, you would come down on the side of the FBI. That led to an Inspector General investigation, sanctions, and this senior official being terminated from the FBI, all because Kathy Butler had extricated this out of a fact witness in an important case. Now, the end of that case was another jury verdict, this time in Virginia. Was not appealed because Director Comey decided that this young man should serve in the FBI, and he serves our country proudly today as a special agent. When any of us admire a person the way that I admire Kathy Butler, we and all of us can gather strength, even in the infrequent occasions when we lose a case. She got Eric Schnapper involved in a case after we'd lost at the 11th Circuit. We didn't win the case, but we got a meeting with the Solicitor General's office, presided by none other than Neil Katyal. We did not have cert petition granted, but the end on blanket, or the end of the ban on people using, court security officers using hearing aids is dead. And it was dead shortly after that meeting. We lost that battle, but we won the war for workers. And second, we are reeling today from a horrible opinion out of the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals. We are not going to give up because even in defeat, Kathy has had good things happen to us. And because of her talent, her heart, and her energy, I feel that even that Eighth Circuit horrible opinion, there will be something good come from that before it's over. And she's not just instrumental and have an impact just in the law. She improves the lives of people around her. After she lost her beloved husband, Don Sanders, she and a friend of hers who'd also lost her spouse decided to endow a scholarship fund for public school students to give them a full-ride scholarship to any state school in the state of Texas. And now almost 10 folks, young men and young women, are benefiting from that scholarship fund today. And that changes lives. It benefits those young men and young women, but it benefits all of us because it's from that group of people we may see the next Kathy Butler come. As many of you know, she's served about every position on NELA that can possibly be mentioned. She's a longtime board member, has served as an officer at least 2 times. She's also was on the NELA Institute Joint Fundraising Committee. She contributes and raises money for the Stand Up for Workers PAC, which she was hustling people this morning doing right here at the convention. And she was also on the NELA Judicial Nominations Committee. She is also a graduate of Duke University and the University of Houston School of Law. She's also a graduate, as only a Texan could be, from the School of Hard Knocks of Juries and Judges. Kathy, would you please come forward to accept this award from your friends at NELA? You hold on to this. You hold on to this. Okay. Yes, you hold to this. From NELA, with deepest gratitude for a lifetime of distinguished service to the NELA community, extraordinary contributions to the field of plaintiffs' employment law, and commitment to justice for workers. Elevating Justice, June 29, 2023. Please accept this symbol of our love and friendship and appreciation for you.
Thank you, guys.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you. I had no idea there were so many folks who would wait for happy hour another hour. I am so impressed. Especially Phyllis over there. I think Phyllis has drink tickets for everyone. This award was really unexpected, but I'm really appreciative. I'm very appreciative. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking, hell, this is a better award than the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Because look who got that, Rush Limbaugh. But when you get an award from NELA, it really means something. This is such a great organization because of everyone in this room. Everyone makes such a difference, and it's just beautiful. I hate to leave it behind, but I'm going off into the sunset. So okay. Well, I got a couple days. But I remember my first convention in Orlando, Florida, a place I hope we don't return to, at least until they get some sanity, which seems like it'll be a while, and meeting all these people who were committed to workers' rights and were so excited about what they were doing. And so I felt like I found my professional home. It's really, NELA's my home. And over the years, I just have loved getting to know so many of you and people who've become not only mentors and colleagues, but good friends. People like John and Herb, the Bryans, Amy, Margie, all these people. There's so many, Rob, David, just tons of people who have made such a difference in my life and have meant that my cases didn't go into the ditch. Thank you for that. Thank you. You know, there's a myth in this country that we all become successful by pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, but that's not true. It really does take a village. Thank you for being that village. Thank you for being that village. I remember being at our convention in New Hampshire back in the day, and there was a PI, a plaintiff's PI lawyer present. And he said he was just stunned by the cooperation that all these people had, people exchanging great advice about discovery, trial strategies, all this stuff just willingly. He said, man, at our conventions, it's like whose is bigger? You know, that's bigger than yours. But that's not NELA. That's the beauty of NELA. And so I hope that all of us, you know, we recharge at these events, but we can also all become NELA ambassadors. I mean, there's some weird belief, and weird in my view, that maybe some of the state affiliate members don't need NELA. But NELA set up the state affiliates. And also, who's going to argue that only one state has all the wisdom? Although, I guess a pretty solid argument could be made about Bryan East in Texas. So, it has been such a joy to be a part of NELA. And as John said, I haven't stopped yet. But I'm saying not adios. I'm saying hasta la vista. I'm saying let's until we meet again. And I urge all of you, you know, should you happen through Houston, Texas, give me a call. I'd love to see you. Now, I will say this. If you think about coming to the great city of Houston in August, please consult Jim Castor beforehand, because he has experience being there, and it's not pretty. Anyway, we don't have glasses, but I offer a toast to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of NELA, and keep it strong. Keep it vibrant. Thank you.